have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond, worry no more. Because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Karaba Avenue and Brusubi Highway, or you can call us on 7657 479 980 8483 340 9400 or 635 9906.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Brusubi opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
Agada.
Mbijan aganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyenje.
Okay. Important. Nsila ID soto.
Sa soto. Sorry. Agada.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Mbare.
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbari ya bere. Birim koyna fo katon.
Bari si kodo kino katon ni fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nka kodo kiya bere to. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannom number 1 ti nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Golam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi man domorol dir fana beteata. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moyo diat ha.
Apelenta
baraka ba. Ni lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bukani la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Baraka.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.
Good afternoon and welcome to the brunch on Kerfatu Live. Thank you once again for making it your business to joining us every week as we go through the major stories of the week with my panelist. Well, today I will say panelist in that I have only one, the Honorable Sulayman Saho, National Assembly member for Central Baddibu, who is on his second term as a member of parliament. He was first elected in 2017 and re-elected in the last National Assembly elections. So he served in both the 5th and the 6th legislature I'm talking about. Therefore, a veteran since 2017 to now in parliamentary matters. All right, Honorable. I want to begin by welcoming you, and then we go back to Baddibu.
Thank you very much.
That is your constituency.
Thank you.
First, let me begin by asking, since when were you last there?
I last in Baddibu 3 days ago.
3 days ago?
Yes.
Well, that sounds as recent as it can be possible.
Yes, with numerous activities.
Okay. And what tales are your people telling you in terms of the daily challenges of the people of Central Baddibu?
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham, for giving me this.
I must say, of course, Mr. Sulayman Saho is a member of the opposition United Democratic Party.
Thank you.
That is very important.
Yeah, it's very important to claim.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to salute you for granting me this audience, because as politicians, we need to make our voice heard, and we need to speak for the people, and we need to interact with media. And you are somebody who is always trying to engage National Assembly members for the development of this country. So thank you for that generosity and that media friendliness. Yeah. So Central Baddibu, as I said, I was just there for the whole week, and is the place there where I born, I work, I live in, and is the place that I enjoy to be in when there is no parliamentary work or when there is no other oversight. All right, so currently in Central Baddibu, we are expecting bumper harvest.
A bumper harvest?
Yes.
All the crops or the major?
The major crops grown by the people in that area, like, for example, coos that you call as millet, and groundnut also. We have a lot of expectation that they are doing well, though they are root tubers. It will be difficult to tell what is in, but by looking at them, we are expecting good turnout. The rice doing well. The Badibunkas. We live around the furrows, particularly community live, because Central Baddibu is divided into two.
But I understand the furrows have been affected by invasion of salt in most areas of the Gambia. You want to say Baddibu doesn't have any problem?
It has salt intrusion, but not to that magnitude. Still, we have some furrows that could be cultivated. All right, but there are vast lands who are also affected with salt intrusion. In the former government, they tried a lot to see to it that we regain the land back, but still, salt intrusion is an issue in our agriculture. It's a challenge for rice cultivation. But notwithstanding, the furrows that has been cultivated, both the swampy and the upperland, we are expecting good turnout. because the youths of Baddibu this year, invested a lot. They went to the forest, to the furrows and clear it for themselves, not to leave it with only women, because traditionally, rice cultivation has been dominated by women. But now, with the education, with the talking, with the engagement, so men are also participating. Even myself, at least I have not exactly 1 hectare, but very close to 1 hectare of a rice field.
Is the area not affected by the rural-urban drift? You mentioned the youths are going back to the land and joining the women, whereas in most areas we know that very few youths, women, rather men, of course. In fact, sometimes women have left and come to the urban areas.
Yes, urbanization is a challenge. Urbanization has seriously affected cultivation or production in Baddibu, because if you look at history of Baddibu, Baddibu has been known for groundnut production since colonial period.
Yes,
even
I
the
know
time
that.
of Banjul.
Many merchants from Banjul go there.
Banjul, yeah. So migration is in 2 or 3 folds. One is education, right? People who completed their basic education, they migrate because they give helping hand to their parents. But once they complete that educational cycle, they move to the urban areas.
And often they don't come back.
Yes. So once they complete their education, the other opportunity is economic. Where am I going to be engaged? Am I going to get job? Once they get job,
they don't go back.
They don't go back to the farming. So, and some, they transcend not from here to back way to Europe.
Yeah, I was going to come to how bad.
So, but let's look at this now. Those that are in the village that did not come to the cities, they have to do farming. And now that I'm telling you, now we have some of our people who are still here but investing in agriculture. They will come, they participate for few weeks and come open their shops here or do other jobs, like people who are employed, because we live as an example. Like myself, since my days of teaching, I've been doing farming, and I told them we cannot do business as usual. We need to move, we need to get machineries. We cannot just put all our money into Fokajai or whatsoever it is. So, Badibunka's high time, we come and embrace agriculture.
Okay.
Because 1, we can get food security. 2, we can get income at the end of the day. So that makes some people to respond to our call, and believe in me, next year you will see more. Even you might be given a furrow in Ileasa by Bakari Gambe also.
All right. What do they tell you in terms of their daily challenges?
In terms of survival, it's hard.
What kind of stories did they tell you?
People are really disgruntled. They are hopeless in terms of skyrocket pricing. The living condition of people is really unbearable. Because, as I said, this has been a land that has been known for its productivity, and along the line, things are not working well. Do you understand? So, but if you look at the the living condition of the people, the daily survival is a challenge, because the bag of rice, because Gambians, Badibunkas, they eat at least twice. They eat rice twice in a day.
You started by saying that they are expecting a bumper happen.
Yes.
So one should
no, you are. I think you are.
One should think they spend less in buying.
I think you
foreign imported rice.
Yeah, I think you're talking of the current.
Well, yeah, that's right.
What do they say? I'm telling you, because those harvests are not yet.
I see.
Okay, but currently, I'm saying people are, really suffering in terms of survival because the high cost.
And who do they blame for that?
The government.
Naturally, because you come from the opposition.
Exactly, but not only from the opposition, but we know that governments, they are the hope, because when we say a government, though it's all of us that are involved, but now the executive has a key role to play in terms of seeing to it that importation costs of rice Do you understand? Ordinary person or like you will not have much influence on the price. But the government can see, you understand, what is happening at our seaport.
I think they have said they have actually put in place subsidies to subsidize the price of basic commodities.
Yeah, but it doesn't reflect on the realities on the ground. So we expect if subsidization is done on the rice, it has to reflect on the ground.
Yeah.
Ordinary Gambians should feel it, but this is not the case. So what we mean is even the government's projects, in terms of empowering farmers, like to eat what they grow or what. So you see, we have a lot of fancy projects, but at the end of the day, do you understand? We still import it. So we need to go to the drawing board and ask ourselves, how many funds do we have under the Giraffe project, under the name of project? Does it enhance individual, communities, groups? Does it reduce importation of rice? So assessments need to be done. We should not only be interested in how to secure these funds, but how will we implement the funds to benefit the ordinary Gambians.
Good. How do you spend your constituency development fund, as it is called?
Thank you very much. Constituency development fund usually
in central, the one for central Baddibu, how do you spend it?
Yes, the one for central Baddibu, communities will be identified based on the need assessment. Like every constituency.
Well, you haven't got the money yet.
No, I spent
you
it.
Spent
The other one is coming.
Okay, how did you spend it last?
The other one assessment was done. We look at areas without electricity. Do you understand? So they requested for solar lamps, solar poles, solar lights.
On the streets or
yes,
in individual homes?
Streets.
On the streets.
Streets. So we have identified Dobo, Kersectal is in central Baddibu. They were the beneficiaries. And Jabakunda got rice coos milling machine, and Salikini got rice milling machine for this time. There was another SDF fund that we use it to start a school in Mandori community, because that time school was there. The children, the way they were learning under a very bad environment. So we put that money there. Thank God, when we start making the blocks, one of Samaritans, in the name of Mohammed Chambe, who is a citizen of Mandori, said, hey, look, Honorable, this is an expensive project. Can you give me the budget? So when the budget was submitted to him, he also raised funds at the tune of 3 million. A 3-classroom block was constructed and inaugurated last year.
So Mandori got a school finance?
Yes, it's because of the CDF.
I see.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Mintakunda community also benefited from the street lights. The whole Mintakunda, we put street lights every corner you go.
That is the last constituency development fund?
No, this was the previous one. The other ones we are, Kersectal, Dobo, Salikini, and Jabakunda. Okay. These were the other ones that I'm telling you. Since we started.
You expect one again?
Yes. That one is going to be for a woman vegetable garden in Kintekunda, Marangunda.
Entirely?
Yes, because we want quality fence, and the dimension is almost about.
But why do you think you should be spending entirely on only one village in your constituency?
Yeah, because of we don't want to do it haphazardly. Because this one, the garden has been invaded by animals. Women is so painful. Women, they will grow, expect harvest to go to the lumos. At the end of the day, stray animals will. In fact, it's not. It's just a useless fence. It cannot take care of the crops. So we said we have to prioritize. But if there is balance, you understand, we may give it to communities for a solar light, because still now we have communities who are still in complete dark. And
I told people of Baddibu, your stomach is your priority, but you have to tell me about
There's a joke where it's not only about, and the rural electrification though is happening, and I also stand firm on the floor of the parliament, to talk to the ministers concerned to consider central Baddibu, particularly big communities, big also, but big communities like Kerapati, which is a commercial city. Commercial town, border town, so needs to get electricity. because there are a lot of business happening
So
there.
Kerpata isn't.
No, but thank God now the street, the poles are erected. We hope
They will have electricity.
Yes, and the other aspect is because everything goes with some kind of challenge. My other thing, when I say it, they might see me as opposition, but I don't give them to that. That's my understanding. The current electrical system in the Gambia, and not bank, we get our source from Senegal.
Yes, I was coming to that.
And of recent we learned that NAWEC or them, almost 1.5 billion dollars.
Within just
So if
3
we
months.
should rely on that electricity source, hope Baddibu will not suffer in the future.
well, that's
Not Bank region.
That's
my fear.
That's a general question. It's not only Baddibu, but other areas.
Yes.
But the power authorities they came here, they assured people that relations between countries is not just hinging on political, but also economical. There is
Yes.
an MOU or an understanding between NAWEC and Senelec.
Yes.
They will not just get up one day and unblock it because President Barrow and Jomai are not friends. No, they said it doesn't work like that.
Yes.
And the government also said the OMVG, which is a project in Guinea,
Yes.
Senegal,
Yes.
Mali,
Yes.
that also is going to be sourcing electricity. However, they said capacity is not enough, so they will have to depend on Senelec and the car power for some time. The argument has been the money you spend on this car power and Senelec should be an interim measure. You should generate your own electricity. You should invest on that, and they argue that it's a huge capital intensive, and the country doesn't have such money now. It's not only Baddibu who is benefiting from Senelec. So you mentioned electricity, you mentioned farming, that your people are grappling with.
Yes.
And I think it's commendable that your constituency development fund is going to.
And
into these things.
this constituency development fund, I have no interaction with the fund.
Yeah. So you have a committee or people.
Yeah, I will only identify with my people. Do you understand? Based on, as I said, we do our own internal need assessment. All right. So once that is done, you submitted the form to the National Assembly because they are the fund managers.
Yes.
So National Assembly also will call for bidding. So whoever wins,
Contract.
if it is solar lights, they group it and give it to.
So the money is
people.
dispensed by the National Assembly.
National Assembly,
Yeah.
and they monitor it.
Yeah. So.
They go and do auditing physically to see where Sulayman said milling machine for selecting, is it there? Is it operating?
Right.
They go. Do you understand? I'm not yet privy to my own results to say Sulayman has been found wanting, but if you want to find out, National Assembly is at liberty to make those informations available, and I think it's high time they do that because this is people's money.
Okay.
At
We
the
will
end
come.
of the day, yeah.
We'll come to National Assembly soon. Now, your area, Central Baddibu, has been known to be a hotly politically contested place, even in the First Republic.
Yes.
Rivalry between Sheriff Diba and whoever was put there by the PPP lately, Mohammed Lamin Saho, Dr. Lamin Saho. Yes, there has been tough rivalry between the two always.
Yeah.
So, and I could see, well, they've often accused Baddibu to be always in the opposition. They cannot remember any time when Baddibu walked with the governing party, except in the case of perhaps the coalition up to a point. That is, when Adama went you people are known to have remained opposition. Hence your re-election in the last one when UDP split. So, if you look back or look at Central Baddibu now, would you agree that the NPP is making grounds there now?
No, NPP is not making ground.
How many councillors were elected on the NPP tickets?
One.
In the whole of Central Baddibu?
Yes.
Only one ward?
Yeah, we have 2 wards.
You have 2 wards?
Yes, they won Jabakunda ward.
Yeah.
We won.
So you are equal there?
No, we are not equal.
So how do you fail to win the other?
No. You cannot analyze it based on that.
Okay.
So you have to analyze it on the vote cast.
Okay.
Do you understand? And the margin.
Okay.
Okay. The Sally Kenya ward, the candidate, defeated, her opponent, 1,500 votes difference. When on the other side of Njabakonda, it's only 38 votes.
Yeah, but that's the population there, so it doesn't matter.
No, it matters. That's why I'm saying if you want to look at it statistically,
so
throughout Central
Baddibu. You want to
Baddibu,
say that when it comes to the popular vote,
yes,
UDP has more.
exactly. We still have more.
In your own election, what was the margin between you and opponent?
1,500 votes.
But that's slim compared to...
It's not slim compared to the number of votes cast.
No, but compared to the past. How was your election allowed in the 2017?
In 2017, the difference is only 2,000 plus. So imagine a ruling government with all the resources, with all the milling machines, with all the propaganda, with all the support of Majanko Samusa, crossing over Lower Baddibu Community Center, Baddibu.
You still
with
won.
all that, we still won.
By 1,500 votes.
Difference 1,500, 1,600.
What happened in the presidential election then?
The presidential we won, UDP won.
In that?
Yes, but the margin is small, 50.
So you will agree that the NPP is gaining ground? Then?
No, because from the presidential, we went to the parliamentary. From the parliamentary, we came to the local government, the councillors, and the chairmanship. We won.
No,
chairmanship,
you lost the chairmanship.
No, chairmanship we won in Central Baddibu.
But in the region?
In the region we won.
won.
We lost. But that was due to miscalculation, and there are a lot of things that happen.
It's not
we will not have time.
It's not because of NPP's popularity.
No, maybe you'll find time. You invite me. We look at
you won the region. They won the region.
They won the region, but the margin is small.
Yeah, but then they won anyway.
Yeah, they won, but
they are more popular.
No.
They're more popular there.
No. Because at the time they have resources, and the incumbency here work in Africa a lot. And in the Gambia. Do you understand? So when Barrow came as a president, everything was at their disposal. Do you understand? So they took out resources. Do you understand? And put up a candidate, that they know, no matter what. And I'm telling you, in our politics, you see this tribal line happening all over. And if you look at North Bank, North Bank region has that tribal element or that ethnic element, which to me, shouldn't be the yardstick. But you see there are a lot of on I don't know how I'm going to call it. Lot of bad words, lot of propaganda taking place.
That's a national.
That's a national meaning in our politics.
Still in the Baddibus, the NPP won. Or rather, they lost. They lost in
Lower Baddibu.
They lost in Lower Baddibu and
Central Baddibu and won in Upper Baddibu.
Well, in Lower Baddibu, they alleged that people were prevented from voting by people from Baddibu who said others should not vote. Majanko claimed he was attacked and stuff like that. So your people use strong arm tactics too.
No, the problem is it's not about we are denying people the right to vote, but the issue was we are very close to Senegal, that borderline, right? It's not bad. Like, for example, you from Sabah, you got married in Sabuya, or you got married in Giant Poste,
which is Senegal.
Which is Senegal. Okay. Then, if you want to come and vote, you should be given right to vote. No problem. But imagine, do you understand? A Senegalese, somebody born and brought up in Senegal, has Senegal documents, voting in Senegal. They go. Or the alcalos gave them attestation during the registration. Do you understand? And those people have a voter's card. You go to them, you give them. Sometimes we play a lot of tactics. I'm not going to say it on air here. How we won those 2 seats, but we also play tactics.
So you use some underhand.
Why
can't you say?
No, what I'm saying is we try to get to certain compound owners. We talk to them. We got some voters cards.
Confiscate them.
Yeah, we got them. Do you understand? They are not interested.
Isn't that illegal?
No, it's not illegal because they are not Gambians.
I see.
So this is telling you that the borderline, there are issues. In the presidential election, it happened. So we have to get a way out to stop them. One of the means is to get to the alcalos in their homes.
But
do you understand?
When the electoral reforms bill or whatever was happening, you people were in parliament. You all agreed that alcalo and Sefolo attestation should stay.
No. It's in the new act. The new act is not yet validated. It's not yet passed in the parliament. But that happened not our time. This Alcalos attestation that you're talking about.
But didn't you have a chance when the IEC brought it?
Now this is what I'm saying.
No, I mean, I'm talking before. There was
the bill is there. Yes. The bill has been there before.
Yeah, okay.
Before the election.
Okay.
It's not yet passed. Do you understand?
But it still have the Alcalo and Sefolu attestation.
It has to be removed. That's what I'm waiting for. When it comes to the floor, and that's going to be the campaign. Because look, it's high time you know that this is not about Barrow, this is not about Dabo, this is not about Sulayman, this is not about Lamin Cham, but this is about the country. And in fact, the sub-region should be conscious. You know, Africa they should ensure that if you vote in Senegal, we need to have one system data in place. If you vote in Senegal, once you vote in Senegal, you should not be able to vote in Guinea-Bissau.
But that's a problem in the whole of Africa.
You don't understand. In EU countries, you don't see it.
Crossover, yeah. But
it's too much. Ghana, you go there, it happens. But what I'm saying is, we shouldn't be so much violence in it. We should be very diplomatic. If you know that you are in Gambia, resident in Gambia, I have no problem with people who have been here for 40 years. They have children born here. I stood for them. Do you understand? But I advise them go and follow a process. Because imagine, even my own village, they are NPP supporters. But I don't deny them because they've been living with us for 40 years when I was not born. All the children, some of them, they are supporting me. They are sons and daughters who have eligibility.
So what you don't like is somebody coming from across the border.
Across the border, you live in Senegal.
Yeah.
You live in Senegal, you live in Guinea. When it is time, 1 week to election, they smuggle you. It happens along the line. Even Brikama and there are some people, they went up to Casamas to bring people to vote. So, but the problem that we regretted that UDP failed to do was to go to the revising court.
Yes, the revising court was
would have been the best opportunity for me to appear.
Wouldn't it be a colossal task, a Herculean task, to get all those queries dealt with the revising court? It would have been possible.
No. This is a law. It's a process. Do you understand? Like, for example...
No, you need to prove that a claimant...
No, we have it.
A claimant is not a Gambian.
No, we have records. We have records. It will warrant us, in fact, to go to those villages and identify them, or they can testify. They will not come. Some of them did not. The subsequent elections, they did not come. Do you understand?
Yes.
They did not, because... But, the problem is, they see UDP as anti-foreigners. They are very hostile to foreigners. When they come to power, they will make sure that the foreigners are.
Is that not true? That you may not expel.
That's
foreigners.
The worst lie that
you may not expel foreigners, but UDP is widely seen to be an aggressive.
No, they are not. They are not. Maybe some among us, maybe is the way that they put their keys. But what I'm saying is,
but they've been known to be.
No, it's not UDP. Not UDP is
even among themselves.
No, we are very tolerant.
Recently, the internal rumor about who will succeed was.
No, but we'll come to that. We'll come to that.
So what I'm saying,
no, we are not.
UDP is aggressive.
No, we are not aggressive to foreigners. No, we are not aggressive to foreigners. I will tell you this. A sitting MPP chief wanted to remove an Alcalo, claiming that Alcalo's ancestors hail from Mali. That has never been done by UDP's chief or UDP Alcalo trying to do that.
Go back to that again. You said what?
What I'm saying is a sitting chief of MPP wanted to remove an Alcalo, saying that
is a foreigner.
He's a foreigner and he's from Mali. There are some Wolofs, who are the founders. They should be the Alcalo. When this man's father has been an Alcalo for more than 20-something years, and he's also an Alcalo 18 years this year.
So who solves that? Who can solve that?
It's the president who solved it. Thank him for that.
Did he solve it?
He intervened. He said no. This Alcalo must be maintained through the governor.
That's commendable.
Yes, I have to salute him for that.
That's commendable.
And I have to salute all the players, particularly Babukar Boy, who was acting by that.
That's commendable.
Yes, because I called them. I stood firm. Because those people are not my electors. They don't vote for me. They don't, in fact, welcome me. But injustice is a threat to justice anywhere, Mr. Chair. All these games will go, but let's maintain our relationship. Let's give Caesar what belongs to Caesar.
Okay. Good. So yes, it's a hotly contested, always a hotly contested place, the Baddibus.
Yeah, because of...
So why is it that Baddibu always disagree with governing?
We are not disagreeing. You know...
and you disagreed with Jawara?
No, the history...
you disagreed with Jammeh? Jammeh often said...
the problem... Baddibu, they are very liberal. The people, they own themselves. Now, and the orientation...
Who doesn't own themselves?
Yeah, the Kiangas.
People Kiang, you know Kiang people too. But
no.
We own ourselves.
So what
we have always been known. Some
what I'm saying is,
to be
it's not that
in
we
this
hate the government. You have to look at the history between Sirif Mustafa Diba and Sadawala Jawara.
Yes.
They were the people who formed, PPP when they were all young.
They fell out.
So along the line, there are different political thoughts that came, they differ in actions, in thinking. So obviously, Sirif felt that it's his constitutional right to form a political party.
Yes,
so that he can be able to hold the government to account, so that he can be able to look for the seat. Maybe when he comes, he can perform better.
There's nothing wrong with that, but he took the people of Baddibu and Baddibu
of course,
to be his priority.
No, it's not about that. Badibunkas felt that at that moment, he can salvage them. He's their liberator in a kind.
So Diba concentrated more on
he didn't.
salvaging the people.
No. Even the Kiang, were supporting him.
Most of the
even people in Basel were supporting him.
Most of the people.
But
Baddibu who went into businesses and got this.
But of course, your family must support you. That's the culture of African politics.
No, he also used his office to support Baddibu.
No, of course. Yeah. Charity begins at home.
Wasn't that not the problem? That he was not accepted in many parts of the
No.
Because they saw Jawara.
Diba
was radical. They saw him as somebody always for. Okay, he was known to be anti-corruption, anti-mafia, but he was known to be also too much concentrating on his Baddibu.
No. If you go to Baddibu, they will tell you, Sirif did not do much here in terms of infrastructure, but individually,
he could not because Jawara
exactly. So what I'm saying, individually, he might support some people, but that is not limited to only Baddibu. According to what I have heard, most of the rural dwellers,
he fought for rural.
He fought for them, and a lot of them got job through him. Do you understand? So he was kind of empowering them, not only limited to Baddibu. So it will be wrong to say Diba concentrated on only Baddibu. No, the Baddibukas supported him because they see him as part of them, and when he comes to power, Baddibu can also be, can also be, salvage. You understand? Because Baddibu, we supported Jawara. Jawara got people like Alaji Karamo Fati, Dr. Sao, they all supported.
But they were all initially when Diba was there.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, it's not that we support Diba for reason of being, during favoritism to us or nepotism. No. Badibunka supported him because of his character, because of the hope that they had in him, because of his stand to fight against corruption. Some people don't see him in the other way around. Some people, they see him as somebody who is not loyal to Jawara, somebody who has betrayed Jawara, somebody who doesn't want to serve his country. But that's politics. But one thing that we learn, we the younger generation from those people, that they had a tax to work for the country. And we are following them. If things doesn't go well, don't be surprised. We can be anybody. So this is what we are saying. It's not that what he did at the time was wrong. It was good because it promoted multi-party system in the Gambia. Good. Without having NCP in Gambian politics at that time, how do you call it as a democratic state when it comes to vibrant oppositionism?
There was no multi-party, but there was UP.
Those were
Gambian
parties.
Muslim Congress.
They were urban parties. They are not Gambian parties. They were urban centers. You know what I mean? Because you need to have structures.
No, but UP had supporters in
the
Congress.
Later.
Not much earlier. The chiefs.
I understand because but they used the chiefs as we are saying today. Jawara also came, the same system using the chiefs, the same time, Jambe also came for 22 years, Barrow now is using them. And I'm talking to them, let them desist from that. Let them be free like birds.
So what is the problem between the people of Baddibu and Adama Barrow? Because they voted massively in the 2016 elections.
We have no problem with Barrow.
You no longer support him. You said he lost in the open.
We have no problem with politically we differ in thinking.
When he went to form the UDP, the NPP.
Yeah, because Barrow, like the saying, Barrow was our Barrow.
That's right.
That famous.
Yes.
Yeah, we all contributed to the growth of coalition 2016. Along the line, a lot of things happened, which were not good, even within UDP, outside UDP. So there are a lot of things that happen which are very unpleasant when it comes to, teamwork, when it comes to, national interest, when it comes to development. So UDP also fall victim because it started with other political parties. If you look at the trend, do you understand? Others felt that because AOB is happening, let me stay off. Others, my party, OJ, we are sent out. So later it was Dabo, Lamin Diba, Ahmad Sane. Okay, so when that happened, Baddibu is UDP dominated. Do you understand?
Barrow could not convince them to go.
If you send my father out from a discussion or from
a club,
from something that we feel that we have a share. So I thought sending those people out of the government was not a wise decision, and that brought this chaos.
But the government was not workable if they were
no. That's fake.
Are you sure?
That's fallacious. The government was working because the day that Lamin was sent out on that mission, he went for a mission where, in fact, he was lobbying for the president to be the chairperson of SEALs. I could fully remember. But Ahmad Sane was working effectively as a trade minister.
But when they come back home, they were having different political agendas.
No,
Dabo perhaps wanted the president to stay for only 5 years, or the UDP.
Yes.
But the president was planning to contest for another election, and that was a fundamental problem.
No, but that should not warrant. Fine, that could happen.
Eventually, you have to.
But what I'm saying is,
cannot be in the same
no.
different ambition.
No. What I'm saying is, we lack political tolerance.
It would have been difficult for Barrow.
No, it would not. It would not, Mr. Chang.
Definitely.
This is a coalition government. People are stakeholders. It's not his government single-handedly. These are joint resources of these people. Even my party, they should not be sent out. It was wrong. It was wrong, and that was the time that we should have condemned in totality.
When my party was sacked, your people, of course, my had
a
lot of sympathy. Yes,
he got a lot of sympathy.
But perhaps people like Dabo, who were more influential, could have stopped.
Because that's why I said a problem happened long time when Barrow was given the executive powers. Because he's an executive president.
Yes, but
do you understand?
But then, of course,
because the constitution.
But thanks to the UDP, Barrow he grew feathers and became back.
It's UDP. This is what I'm saying. Barrow could have allowed Lamin, OJ, not OJ, Amadou Sane, Dabo to work with him. Do you understand? This time, this and that, he could also prepare himself. Do you understand?
But listen. Impossible to work with people
government
in the cabinet who are also having another political agenda.
Government,
it would have been difficult.
Government and political parties are different.
Yeah, but
my brother. But the operation should be different. We need to draw a line.
But that is of course.
We need to draw a line.
But that is
this is a coalition government.
But the difference between the two and what you are talking about are different.
No, what I'm saying is,
you know what I mean.
In the cabinet,
people like, you could say people like NRP, alliances like GPDP, maybe my party's GMC, etc., etc. Okay, those ones came together with the UDP. And of course, you could say, okay, they can cohabitate because we all came together. But this one is the UDP split into two. So it's one party split into two, and they formed the key position in the government. It would have been impossible.
No. What I'm saying, like in the cabinet, you said in the cabinet, we don't have any evidence where the government wants to do this, Hussein Dabo, because of his political ambition, block it. We haven't get that evidence from Barrow up to now. Wherever, and Amadou Sane also, being a trade minister, where on earth projects or investment wants to come, he stamp it down for the interest of UDP, not the government. No. If those evidence are proven, then Barrow has all right to send them out, because they don't want to collaborate and they don't want to work. But what I'm saying is, I, Sulayman Saho, having my political ambition and being a minister, do you understand? You should not send me out because you being the president, you want another term. You want to say, let me serve. Let me serve. If I'm serving, what I'm saying, because this is a national cake, I participated in your coming, I put my resources until you are there. Treat me well. We treat each other. We go all night. But if 2021 is approaching, I will say, look, this is my ambition. If I cannot go with you, I'm going to form my party. He has all right. Barrow has right to form NPP. I have no problem with that. But I am saying, at that time, sending 3 ministers.
But he got emboldened by UDP. When he was sacking people or not giving position to the other parties, the UDP was not complaining.
No, UDP.
And you emboldened him?
No. Barrow, people thought that is UDP.
But
at point in time,
UDP came out and said, well, in fact, this 3 years agreement is a non-starter. It should be 5.
Yes.
That was the breaking point.
Yes,
even if Barrow had no audacity to say, I'm going to stay here, he got the audacity, from the UDP at the time. That was
I agree with you, but not that everybody in UDP celebrated that statement by party leader. But what I'm saying, the party leader
emboldened him.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you.
So that's where the problem.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Coming up saying from 3 years, it's going to be 5 years.
Yeah.
That make him who he is, because he is now armed to teeth. I agree.
In fact,
but what I'm saying is,
to be fair with Dabo.
No, what I'm saying, but that's the problem.
No, to be fair with Dabo, let me take this clear. I know it was Dabo's statement that everybody's blame for him to be so emboldened to go ahead, even though it may have coincided with his own wishes. Because, like I said, if he didn't want to go ahead, I want to keep the promise, he was not going to stay anyway.
Exactly.
Even if Dabo
so what I'm saying,
for example, if it was Khalifa Saleh, the leader of the coalition, who won the elections, even if Sidi Ajata said, you are going to stay for 5 years, Khalifa would say, no, we didn't tell people that.
Yeah. What I'm saying.
So if Barrow had not wanted to go himself, to continue himself, despite what Dabo said, he could have said, no, I cannot go, because that's what we promised.
I'm not here to say that.
And to be fair, of course, with Dabo, because I've had people say, if he was that greedy too, you have to put analyze. Yeah. If he was that greedy and very much in a hurry to come to power, he probably would have been the first one to catch the throat of Barrow to leave after 3 years.
So that's
because
why
when you hold elections, that after that 3 years, more likely UDP or him Dabo would have been elected.
So this is what I'm saying. It's not about Dabo, hurried to be in power. This is what I'm saying.
On that account,
yes, it's not about him being in hurry. To be honest, Dabo has been very supportive to Barrow.
Yeah.
You would not know in the early days of our executive when we came. Do you understand? So there are certain things, even if you come against Adam, Hussein will say, no, you cannot do that. He will say right away, you are part of the government. How do you call yourself? If anything happens to Barrow, you are part of the government. But what I'm saying is, Hussein is saying that the coalition, is 5 years. He's talking of the constitution. Do you understand? That Gambia, the presidents are elected for 5 years. But if it was me, Sulayman, this coalition agreement, do you understand? I would have allowed the coalition members who are the architect, let them work with him on that. Do you understand? Because those people, they know the reason, because they have seen the constitution. Khalifa of all, being a constitutional expert, how can Khalifa make or go and go in for such an agreement that can put the country to a war?
No, you see, the constitution allows a 5-year mandate. That's what it mandates.
Yes,
But the constitution did not say One cannot resign.
But you know power.
No, listen.
If you look at history,
you
know power.
You have to be true to your word.
No, what I'm
Everybody
saying.
know. Halifa and others knew that. Everybody knew that our constitution gives a 5-year term. But the people, the human beings who are looking for power, promised themselves and the whole country that we are going to get only 3 years. The constitution said 5 years, but the constitution did not say you cannot resign.
The
So
constitution,
problems.
the constitution did not say you cannot
So
resign.
definitely, if
But
you
we
want to
all know, if you are working as a team, and you call yourself politicians are always guided by the constitution. Anything that we do, if it is outside the constitution, we are taking a risk, high risk. Now,
if you resign from your job, you will be harmed by the constitution.
No, I'm not saying, but we know that power is strong. Power,
There you come.
it intoxicates.
Well,
do you understand?
well, and
and
that is an individual
power
power.
corrupts, and absolute power corrupts
That is
absolutely.
an
What I'm saying
that's-
is,
that's
what I'm saying
individual
is,
now.
in order to protect Gambia and the citizens of the Gambia, we have to be realistic. Do you understand? We have to be realistic. Mr. Cham, if you call me to an agreement, sometimes I will be so much selfish or hurried because of what I'm seeing. Yes, Mr. Cham, no problem, I accept. But you have to put pen. You have to. In fact, even the coalition agreement up to now, as I'm speaking to you, the agreement, they were not all signed. Now this is history, but there are a lot of blunders that happen in that coalition. Mr. Cham, I was so much.
As far as I'm
just to remove Jande. But
as far as I'm concerned, the coalition have achieved its target. That's simple. No matter what is there. The fundamental thing is they want to change the government. They change the government.
No,
Listen, they change the government.
No, they did not.
No, they change the government.
No. The coalition. The coalition aim is not only to remove Jambe.
That is fundamental.
The coalition's aim is to remove Jambe and put Gambia on strong footing.
But now,
And we failed in that.
How can you get strong footing without getting Jambe?
No, I agree that. I agree that.
So they achieved that.
No, I agree
removing
that.
Jambe, they are giving.
Yeah, but life after Jambe.
All right. They have achieved that. That is a fundamental achievement. Because if Jammeh had been here, we wouldn't have been talking about this.
Yeah.
So they succeed in that.
Yes. I'm not saying
Now-
they have a total failure, but what I'm saying is,
what is left now, the people have played their part. People supported them. They changed. The people played their part.
yes.
Now, what they themselves agreed and told the people is where they failed.
That's why.
So they failed.
That's why, Mr.
So
Cham.
that's what I'm telling you.
If you read Animal Farm,
Oh yes, I
you
know.
enjoy it.
Oh, yes. I
So
enjoy it.
remember life after Jones.
Yeah.
Because John. So our problem at the time, Yaya was a problem to the Gambian people, but we don't want Yaya's replica to come.
Yes.
We want a system in place.
Yeah.
A better, robust system.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, coalition has failed to achieve that. You will agree. They have succeeded in removing Jambe, but they failed to give us a system that will not be like a former dictator system.
Again, that is left with the individual
No,
who has the powers. Listen carefully.
It's not the individual.
No.
You cannot blame Barrow alone for that.
No, listen. You told me that he assumed executive power. All right?
Yes.
He could sack people without any problem because he's not obliged to, by any law,
Any
to accommodate
scrutiny, yes.
anybody.
Yes.
You told me he assumed executive power. He could sack people.
Yes.
Now you don't want to blame him for not wanting to change the system as promised.
No, I'm not saying I'm not blaming him, but what I'm saying, the system is not him alone. It's the people, including people, because no matter how standard newspaper is, it's not Lamin. It's Lamin and the people.
Yeah, but
They must be cooperative and collaborative and know that we have an agenda.
But every
So 2016, we have our history. First time democratically to remove, such, a leader throughout the sub-region. Because when we went to Brussels, they were following or asking, how did you remove Jambe? Because all what they have been hearing about Jambe. So it was historic effort. It was collaborative. Even you have a role to play. Everybody played their role as expected because it was a time of fankum. You are doing it for your survival. Because if Jammeh should stay, many heads should roll at the time. But what I'm saying is, there was, there should be a scheme in place. Though they call that there is a scheme, but that scheme to me, it was not a scheme. It was just put in place only about Jammeh. Life after Jammeh. Even now,
most people blame the UDA for starting in the first place.
Exactly, they have a right to do. But what I'm saying, even now, the system in the Gambia, it has to be based on a proper architect. Because it's not that you remove Mr. Cham from standard. If you remove Mr. Cham from standard, that is your ambition, standard is going to die. It's going to die. What place, what project do you have better than Lamin Cham? If you bring it to standard, that's what you should think of.
There are other people who can do equally good job.
Exactly, they can do equal, but do they have the scheme, the idea? This is it. So not that we should be hungry to get somebody out of power, and we said you must have a system in place. Until the problem of wealth.
Okay, let's fast forward now. What is the strategy of your party in the coming 2026 elections? Because we have seen that you people have started rumors and innuendos that perhaps it is time to change the leadership from Hussein Dabo to somebody else. There have been rumors about Talib Bensouda, Yankuba Dabo of the Brikam Area Council, and Lamin Sane, Rahim Malik Lo. All those names have been floated. And although all of them have said, and Dabo emphasized that it is unity now needed more than ever before, until you reach such a time.
Yes.
But everybody knows that you're just postponing what would be really a thorny issue for another day, but it will always come. And I'm afraid to talk about succession in the NPP because our colleagues are in trouble. But even there,
no, we have to talk about.
No, but even there,
no, we have to.
No, I'm not fearing. I'm not fearing. I'm saying
those days are gone now.
I'm saying.
Journalists will
I'm just saying how it. Even there, President Barrow, when he spoke with the Banjul elders, Muslim elders, on one corridor, I think, he talked about how prepared he is
to live. Yes.
He had planned a charity, a foundation, and he had even earmarked people who will work there, and they are building.
Yeah.
So those were conceived to be somebody who is preparing to live. And then, when the former president's bill come to you people,
yes,
the amount of goodies in the package and the pace pace that the president want it signed, all were perceived to be, well, this is somebody in a hurry to leave. If he was somebody who was thinking of leaving in 2030, he wouldn't be concerned with quickly passing former president's bill. So all those were perceived to be indicating that the president may not be thinking of going for a third term. But then we saw that that euphoria, if you like, among people who think like that was easily dosed by his lieutenants and even himself.
Yeah.
They tried as much as possible to say, look, Barrow is our candidate. Barrow is our candidate.
Yeah.
Barrow is our candidate. Yeah. It looks like all of them are really stuck on that singing tune. Nobody is trying to break away.
In unison.
Nobody is thinking. So that's why I'm not surprised when the journalist article came suggesting something. The reaction was so huge.
Yeah.
But even there, yes, sooner or later, the party will have to face reality.
They will.
Whether Barrow should be succeeded.
That's natural.
That's natural. But then let's start with yours, because yours is at the moment hotter.
Ours is hotter. The matter before the court.
Yes.
That's hotter than ours.
Okay, we accept that Barrow's response. I think is overplayed. Last week, Siri Njai was here, and I told him your reaction.
You should have in fact brought him here.
He was here last week.
Oh,
I told him their reaction is a problem. Because, you see, the thing is, I believe that things like laws like, false broadcasting, false statement, or how to call it, publication of false statements. You see, these are laws and sedition. These are laws that the Gambia itself should be proud to have left behind. You people, during your first term, you should have scrapped these laws. We told the president about these laws. Only as late as 3 months ago, we were at State House as the Newspaper Publishers Association. We told the president some of the issues that used to come. He expressed his concern as to why, the private media is not actually giving priority to what he called positive developments and stuff like that. And we told him about the laws that remain in the books. Those laws are internationally maligned laws that no democratic country can be proud of. We told him that. He told us that his government will never use those laws. The laws are there, yes. But we can assure you that our government will not use those words. So now, Samsar of Foraya told him, Mr. President, we respect the freedom of expression that is here. We commend you for that. We know that nobody can compare now and then. No. But we don't want to rely on the goodwill of the government or the president. We want it removed from our law books. Because we don't want to rely on the goodwill or assurance of government. Because if that government or that president's mind change,
like today, what happened?
He will apply the law.
Of course.
Less than 4 months, we have seen no other than the president
himself arrested.
Complaining. And the state, because I told Sidin Jai that Barrow's threatened lawsuit and the police arrest are linked. He said, no, they are not linked. But which president will allow his police to arrest people on charges that I know is going to is going to make me unpopular or spoil the image of my country? That is what it stands. These charges should be dropped. They are undemocratic. Even if you lock up the journalists, it is the government that will get a bad publicity. Even if you succeeded in locking them up, it is not going to be glory for the government. So this matter should be settled by a mayor. Well, you said the president asked for an apology. That's the area that should be pursued. All right? That is the area that should be pursued. But the hasty arranging or charging of the journalists was an overreaction.
Anyway.
And even though the president has a right to claim that they defame him or whatever, I think that area of apology is what should have been pursued. But by slamming charges and internationalizing this matter, it's not good image for the Gambia.
We'll come to you, DP, but let's quickly, let me respond to that area. Mr. Cham, I think as politicians, we should develop thick skin. And being a president, Barrow knows very well what he went through since 2016 to date. And he also saw what Gambia went through and what Gambian people went through with Gambia too and Sadauda Jawara. You remember the days of Sadauda Jawara, people like Masane Kulijar Fatajo, he was a staunch opposition supporter. He will scramble to go to Jawara's meeting and tell Jawara, you told us this, you told us that, you failed, you did not do it, you misinform us on this. He will be just, Jawara will just funnily responded.
People like Mas Job, when he starts, whenever he was
when we were very young,
whenever he's addressing an NCP rally, he knows how to hit Jawara below the belt.
Exactly.
You know how he starts?
Yes.
Auzubillahi min Koroba Jawara. Koroba means directly opposite Kairaba.
Yes.
So you see, he knows how to hit Jawara under the belt.
If
he would say Auzubillahi min Koroba Jawara.
If Jawara was not a Democrat, he could have charged him for that.
Absolutely.
Koroba.
Koroba.
Somebody who is named Dauda Jawara or somebody another named Kairaba.
Mas Job went for the opposite.
Yes, that's all. That could be slander. That could be slander. That could be
he was a good politician.
Or that could be mockery. But with all that, Jawara had a thick skin to also. He will also respond at a better place.
But Jawara was tolerant.
But
so is Barrow.
Yeah,
you have to say Barrow is very tolerant.
Let me come.
He's very tolerant.
Let me come.
Sometimes.
Let me come, Mr. Cham.
Yeah.
Barrow is tolerant.
Absolutely.
That tolerance need to be with him until he leaves office.
And that's what I've said.
You cannot be. You
that is his strength.
No,
Barrow has one natural strength. I have said it to him himself. People compare automatically what was here and what is here. And even the blind man will see the difference.
Yes.
That is how Jammeh was and how Barrow was.
But
if he really advisors allowed him to become vindictive, to be temperamental,
let me come.
Then they are going to score the record.
The same people, who contributed to the downfall of Jammeh, until Jammeh cannot enjoy his retirement in the Gambia. His Kanilai, I went to Kanilai of recent. I can see for myself what this man has dreamed for himself, but not to be in Equatorial Guinea. But the same people, yora nanguli itabe son nangina mansa fananka kunia do mandinkel mansa ka keten. No.
Yeah.
Do you understand that Mansaya spirit should go? You are Mansa by name, but that Mansaya spirit of Kawan, Niko be more fa nyanta falele, Niko be more arrest nyanta arrestlel. We live in a republican system. That can be. And we have laws. And as you said, these laws, some of them are colonial. Wow. Sir, because they are put in place to suppress people so that people will not talk. What I'm saying is, if it is rumored in MPP, people are rumoring Sidin Jai.
Yeah, so
people are rumoring Demba Sabali.
Yeah.
Do you understand? People are mentioning
names all over. It's just
So I don't think the president should go up to that extent. Then it means there is something under. To me, no. Let me come, Honorable. Mr.
You want to say then there is some truth in it?
Yeah, because what I'm saying
you mean the reaction is
the reaction should. If it is me, it will not take me to that magnitude, that height. What I will do is, do you understand? In fact, it has to be established. I will come up and say, look, this party belongs to NPP. But for the meantime, Mohamed Jah is not a party member.
Yes.
You cannot hand over a party member to a non-party member.
So you could have said.
You could have just said, look.
First, the report of the journalist is wrong.
It's wrong.
I have never discussed successfully with anybody.
Yes.
If Mohamed Jah wants to become that, he has first have to be a member of the party. And if the party mechanisms pick him,
yes,
that's the only way he can become.
Exactly.
And the report is wrong.
Yeah.
Fair and deal.
Yes. So, but for me, I don't want to talk. That's their internal problem. But I know
when it become not. Not stopping now. When it become a charging journalist, charging journalist is not.
That's where my concern comes, and that's where I felt offended. That's where I feel scared. Now, when we talk about media, when we go outside, we also speak good about the government, and we talk about the media freedom that we are enjoying in the Gambia now. But if this thing is pursued to letter, then where's the freedom now?
Sidin Jai was here, he said,
where's the freedom?
President Barrow has a right as a citizen to go to court if he feels offended.
No. Legally, that's
no. Even if that is true, that's fine. He has every right if he feels offended to go to court. That's fine. But you see, you go to court over a matter that you should study very well and see whether this is an area I can go. You see, why is I could invite the journalists here, Musa Sharif and Justice, to sit here and talk. I cannot invite President Barrow here.
No.
Because his position is far above that.
He cannot go to the court.
So he should not put his name to such a thing. If it were somebody like a minister or a PAM secretary somewhere who took the journalist to court, he said, But you see, the president should be the last person.
Yes.
To put his name to a suit that is going to be interpreted as an attack on press freedom.
Yes, obviously.
So even if you lock up this journalist, it is you who will take the bad name.
It's not.
So you should not put your name to this kind of matters. You are far above this thing.
No, it's not good for our young democracy.
No, it's not even good for the image of the government and the president himself. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I agree in total. But what I'm saying is, all those things are going to be facts to say that Barrow is trying to follow the footsteps of Jammeh. So one will not be wrong in that direction in terms of media, because Jammeh was also using all kinds of means to suppress the media. So, but what I'm saying is, like, there are a lot of things that are said about people, but at the end of the day, I could remember Sajo Barrow, made a news against me saying that Honorable Sulayman Saho, called a meeting in Central Baddibu for people to join NPP. When I called them, I called, the radio station, they apologize.
Let's move on. The fundamental issue is
now you said
the feeling is the reaction of the NPP and the president. I think is ill-advised, because it really make storming a teacup to be a big issue.
No, maybe
become an international news that is definitely not helping our image and the image of the president.
No, maybe 2016.
So I think the best thing is to drop the charges, pursue an area where the story, whatever is felt wrong in the story, be corrected, and we move on. But this charge,
it shouldn't be.
Let's go.
I think on a more serious note, the president should be above this.
Absolutely.
Should be above this in totality.
Yeah.
Because we have a nation to build. And we know there are a lot of compromises that happen along the way. But let's leave media on its own. Media should be responsible in their actions.
The president has a right to pursue wherever he
the media should be responsible, that. But this matter like this, internal party issues, who becomes the leader?
I know you people will make a meal out of it. But I'm trying to say,
we are not making any meal.
I'm trying to say,
but we are condemning it because it's not good for our democracy.
The president can defend his interests in court. He can defend his party's interests in court. But then you look and analyze the shoot and see whether I am going to get glory out of this, or I'm even going to be unglorified in this. That's what you look at.
So what happened?
Jammeh's problem was this: he did not listen to public opinion, whether they are international or they were national. That was Jammeh's problem. He contemplated this and he will do it. That's why when the time came for him looking for people's help, he couldn't get it, because of Islam offended everybody.
Okay.
So that's what we should learn from. Now, let's go to Parliament.
No, you said my party.
Yes, your party. That's what I'm saying. Your party is also in the in the heat of this thing. Although your people have said it's a distraction.
No. Let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
This is happening in all political parties. Maybe
NPP handle theirs better.
No. That one. That's
they handle theirs better.
That's not a good example.
Until they
matter of the court.
No.
That one is not a good example.
They flopped with
No, forget about that.
That
was not cite NPP as an example. So what I'm saying is, every political party in this country will have this kind of talking about leadership. Even though maybe it's not on it, but they are on it. Because Halifa
is more difficult to know.
No, Halifa put it on air that he is going to leave.
He said he's not going to take part in politics.
Yes. And you cannot be a leader of a political party, you don't take part. That means you are going to, but indirectly he's going to leave.
No, but Doi has always portrayed that theirs is not a case of this man take this man takes this. It's a collective responsibility.
But what I'm saying
is, the leader is just a position, but everyone else is equal.
No.
Another party is not there.
No. That's an insult to democracy.
But that's what they have.
That's an insult to democracy. No, when we say a political party, no. Listen, Mr. Cham. Obviously,
it's a privilege.
Mr.
Halifa, time Syria was the candidate.
Mr. Cham,
Syria was the first.
That's not the argument. You are deviating.
No, I'm not deviating.
You are deviating.
I'm just saying those people they have very from the very beginning.
No. You are deviating. What we are talking about, if you said, for example, if Sulayman comes on air and said, I'm going to leave youth president, this next time I'm not going to contest. I said so, and I meant it, and I did it. I did it. That's why UDP, I'm not a youth president, because I said I'm above the youth age. When time comes, Congress, I will leave, and I leave. What I'm saying, if he can come on a public space to say that he's no more interested in the leadership or active politics, somebody should have a leader by now that the party members should look up to. So I'm telling you, internal democracy in political parties in the Gambia is sometimes questionable. That's the hard fact. Okay. Do you understand? Up to a president taking a media house to a
we are faster.
I'm telling you. We're talking about UDP
now. Yes.
UDP now. Plus also, people must talk because, human beings have interests, because, if you look at a political party, parties have interests. In the political parties, you have individual interests. So it's not wrong for anybody, those names that you have mentioned, to say they want to be a leader of UDP.
Yes.
And there are names that are not mentioned. They are interested, they are in diaspora. So it's not...
they are really
even in diaspora, even within... So those that are mentioned, they don't... it's their right. Whoever wants...
So why has it become toxic now?
No, the problem now is campaign that is going on. It's not toxic. It's normal.
It's toxic because there have been insults.
No, insults, those people, they are overdoing, and that's lack of political morality. Do you understand? Because why should you insult Talbi or Lamin Sane for expressing his concern or his desire to be? Do you understand?
Or even daring to say that.
So what I'm saying, UDP's name is United Democratic Party. That democratic principle of people contesting for positions, looking for positions, that is fundamental. That's our key feature or characteristics. So no, if that one is not in UDP, it's not UDP. So to me, this is normal. Hussaini is the leader of UDP. Is the political head of UDP now. Do you understand? When time comes for presidential candidate, it's left to him to assess himself, whether physically he can, mentally he can. He has all right to apply. Like any ordinary person living in Basse. Like all the names that they have right. Now is the central committee to decide who can better win that seat for us. Who can unite Gambian people? Who can steer the wheel of development? Who can consolidate the democracy that we're talking about? This is what is. So to me, it's not bad, for people, but it has to be done with responsibility and with discipline. We should not attack Lamin Cham because somebody said Lamin Cham is interested. In fact, you haven't heard from Lamin Cham nowhere on public space to say that I want to be a president. No. So let's stop those attacks. That's why I said we have to protect each other. We have to make sure that. But
it is a crime even to start showing interest.
It shouldn't be a crime because if you don't show, how will I know that you are interested?
And that's what probably has led to this.
No. The problem is, this is what I'm saying, because you don't want Lamin Cham. But you understand?
Yeah.
No, you don't want Lamin. So if somebody talks about Lamin, that's the UDP doesn't operate like that. UDP, time will come.
You have only 2 years to go before you have to make a decision.
No. What I'm saying, when it comes to the presidential leadership is not selected 2 years before. No.
Flag bearer.
It's not that.
It's normally a few months before the elections.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be too late?
Yeah. No, that's a good suggestion that you can, any member can put up at
Wouldn't
the Congress.
That be too late?
Like I could remember in 2020 Congress, I put up a resolution with my youth wing. We said, a party leader should be selected 1 year before, and it happened. It happened.
You cannot do that in the UDP right now.
The resolution was adopted.
You will bring the house down.
Do you understand?
If you do it now.
No. The resolution was adopted by the youth wing. So it was adopted, and we chose. Central committee called for me, and they chose Hussein. So what I'm saying now, situations has to be managed, because at the end of the day, we all want to go as a team to 2026 to win the seat. So, and once we are divided, that's why the leadership is calling for unity. Because once you are not united, that objective cannot be achieved. That's why Hussaini is always mentioning, the elders are always mentioning that we have to go as a team. But it doesn't mean that we have to look low upon young people. Young people are the spark of the revolution. Young people are the future of this country.
So you understand? From what you said, is the young people causing the trouble?
No, I'm not saying that. I said we should not try to label them. Because you see out of media, the young people need to be protected. Because one day, as I said, when the old bananas die, the young bananas will come over. Do you understand? So, and it's natural. This, talkings here is natural. Any group, if you reach to a certain level, you have this. But you have to manage. We are managing. UDP, we are good at managing crisis.
Are you sure?
This crisis will be well managed, and we are going to have a leader that the government people are going to accept. That's obvious.
The fundamental question is, when it gets to electing a leader with all these fastidious or whatever these fractions we are seeing, would your party be able to support that particular candidate? Would you be able to rally around one candidate?
Of course, this is what I'm telling you, Mr. Chiam. This is what I'm telling you, that UDP, with all this is the beauty of democracy. People here and there will say they want this. Look at our Congress. It all happened and gone. So what I'm saying is,
but you see,
even you, Lamin, can be our candidate.
There is one bridge you people never.
Oh, you are not a member of our party.
There is one bridge you people never crossed. That is, nobody at no time was Dabo stepping now.
Yes,
so if that comes into the equation, that's where people are saying that we're going to fight each other.
No. There is no fight. That's trust and confidence. And politics is all about trust, confidence, and majority. And in democracy, they say majority is not always right. Majority's decision might be a decision that will not favor people. But what I'm saying is, whether Usenu or not Usenu, is the party that will decide that. Do you understand? So, but Usenu would not like, in his legacy, to be alive and see UDP being splitted, scattered, different groups forming there. That will not be his mission. His mission will be to consolidate UDP, even whereas he cannot be the president, but somebody to come from UDP to be the president. That's his dream.
Is it not the fear of?
That's his dream, and he should. And I'm
asking, is it not the fear of the party splitting into camps that he, even if he wanted to go, he cannot go?
No, that should not be. To me, that should not be a yardstick. He's a politician.
Well, if he see people are fighting even before the time
no,
he may fear that, well, if I leave, these people are going to split into two.
Hussein is a seasoned politician. I believe he will bring these people under one roof, talk to them. The future of this party matters. The future of this country matters. A lot of people have hope in UDP government.
I had one critic of the UDP said something. He said, you see all these fightings they are doing, if Usain Dabo said this is the one, they will all go after him. You never go against him.
No, that's not true too.
If he said this is the one, all of you will do it.
No, he cannot choose it for people.
No, I'm not saying this he choose.
No.
If somebody is elected, somebody is selected,
yeah.
Usain Dabo said, back this man.
No, if somebody is democratically elected at Central Committee to lead, Usain will back that person, and that's what everybody should back if I am a party member. So, but what I'm saying is,
even if that person is not his choice.
No, because Usainu, he will allow that democratic, system to happen. Whoever the party chooses, he will also succumb to that, and he's going to rally behind that party.
The Central Committee?
Yes. So, and what I'm telling you, Usainu will not have the power to say single-handedly, I will choose Sulayman Saho. He cannot do that. In fact, that's not within our constitution. It's nowhere in our constitution. Even if he has somebody to choose to support, he will hide it. Do you understand? He will not show it because he is that leader. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, whoever is chosen, we should all rally behind that person for the good. Do you understand? All the potentials that you're talking about, one day, look, it doesn't mean that if you are not a president, you are not in the party. And if you are not a president, you are not the government. Barrow does little work. All the work are done by the lieutenant. People, he has Sidinjai at the National Assembly, who is doing good for him at the National Assembly, because anything Barrow wants in that house is facilitated and worked by Sidinjai. Though he is not the majority leader, because majority leader is the head of the government business, but Sidinjai is the main man there. I'm going to tell you.
And he's supposed to be deputy speaker also, a referee.
Is the deputy speaker, but he's the main man. Because Barrow has him there. He has Ibrahim Asilla, at the other end, who will be always at Peter's radio to defend him. Do you understand?
I still miss that place a lot. He's busy.
Yeah, I know he's busy. He has other people at the other corner. So the government, if you are a head of a government, do you understand? You need a strong team. that you work with, and UDP has that. So nobody is going to be a loser. Even if the whole UDP agree that Ousseynou is going to continue to be the flag bearer at good and peace sake, do you understand? We will all go for that. If the parties agree. If the party said no, Ousseynou, no, this time, party make a decision to choose, do you understand? Either Talib, either Yankuba, either Rohi, or either somebody who is not mentioned there. Do you understand? But the UDP, you will not know all our secrets. You will not say it here.
Somebody said
you will not know.
The NPP said it, in fact, that they are happy if it becomes Ousseynou.
Okay, that's why you are celebrating.
It's more easy to difficult. That's what they said.
This is what they think so.
That's what the NPP
said. But
said.
Business will not be as usual 2020.
Barrow himself said that there's a prospect that he's going to be against Ousseynou. They said Ousseynou is easier to beat.
Yeah, okay, let's see what is going to happen.
You disagree with that?
No, I disagree in total. But what I'm saying is, if there is the hope and the feeling that they have, let's pray we all reach to 2026. Gambia is going to witness a change. Yes, that's obvious. Change will happen. Take note. What I'm saying here, everybody is hearing me. Gambia is going to witness change, democratic change, 2026. I don't know who is coming.
The NPP said they are even going to record an even more landslide. That's what they said. They said
every Rustler will try to boast with your jujus or your amulets or with your nasos. Yes, they have a right to do it. That's why party leader is also bragging that 2026 he will go to State House. So
he still said that.
Of course.
Doesn't that settle the issue that he's going to contest? Then?
No. That is because this is what I'm saying. That's Ousseynou. That's his ambition. He has the right to read. Mr. Chan, one thing that we have a problem with, we need to have tolerance. If Sulayman said he wants, it's Sulayman's business. The people are going to decide. But it's his right to also prepare himself. If Ousseynou said he wants it, it's not a crime. It's not that because he has been long time looking for it, he did not win it. No, that should not be used as a yardstick. Do you understand? It's his fundamental right to seek to contest. It's the right of the people at Central Committee to say who applied. Among them, who can better win Barrow now?
You think they will definitely, that will be one of their considerations?
Of course. That's very key. Because 2026
who came last or who came first?
No, 2026 is very close to our heart. Do you understand? And it's going to determine the future of the party too.
Well, that's what I'm trying to
yes,
get
and the Gambian people, because Gambian people definitely, Adamau, for him, we have no personal grudge about him but the system in the country. We want change. We want Gambia also to compete with other countries in the sub-region in terms of infrastructure, in terms of human resource, in terms of health issues. Health situation in the Gambia is going down. Where are the ambulances that Mr. Samate has been advocating for, lobbying for funds from the floor of the parliament, saying that if they need an ambulance, this ambulance will have. And I told him, doctor, this ambulance, the cost, are you going to have a doctor? Because these ambulances should go with a medical personnel, a qualified doctor who will be, escorting the patient. Do you have that? How many doctors do we have in the Gambia? So you are buying these expensive ambulances only for fanfare and politics.
You see, when the delegation,
when the referral hospitals are not equipped, because this is a connection. It's not only about ambulances. It's about where they are being taken and where they are going. So if you have a very expensive ambulances, there is nothing inside that can support, emergency cases. Where they are going, there is no doctor to receive them. You went round from here, Baddibu, Jamina, ambulance saying that the president.
There's a new hospital in Baddibu.
Oh, come on.
A new hospital name.
Yes, Sri Mustafa Diba. Yes, we are supporting it. Because I know the government alone will not do it. That's obvious. So that's why the citizens of Sali Kenya and the citizens of Central Baddibu, are
where is that hospital located? In Sali Kenya?
Yeah, before you enter in Sali Kenya on the left. So, but I'm saying, how many of those hospitals?
That is an achievement.
Yes.
You should commend the president.
No, we commended him. We thank him. We thank the government.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we thank the government.
He's the head of the government. You don't want to give credit.
No, he's the head of the government. when I say government, I want people to be
You don't want
schooled.
to give credit to Barrow.
No, it's Barrow. When I say government, is the head of the government. You know, but minister came at the end of the day to challenge me. If Barrow said it will happen here, it will happen here. I said, look, you know, it's not about Barrow saying this. This Barrow is the head of the government. I expect us to speak like organized people. Do you understand? In history, we suffered a lot.
Yeah.
You know, saying that, you know, let's use the term team.
Yeah.
Team is better, so that even if Barrow is not there, Mr. Samade, can one day be the flag bearer of NPP, because he's also part of them, I know. So, but what I'm saying is, people look low upon themselves and see leaders as demigods. You know, they become slave. That master-servant relationship. Me, Sulayman, I'm not into that. I don't want anybody to see me as a master and you are a servant. Even when I go to the Baddibu, I wish you come and I'm Sulayman, and I was with them before becoming an MP. What should create that gap, that difference? Do you understand? I need to work with them. Let them have confidence that even without me, that constituency will move. They will have a better representation. But here we mold leaders, we make them, you know, angels, we make them gods, we worship them. Cultism in Gambian politics. We should write an article about that.
Okay, let's move on to the assembly. Recently you had a session. I don't know whether that's the second or the third session, ordinary session you call it. Maybe there's one more session left. You discussed and passed a few things. Oh, yes, okay. I think perhaps we should wrap up from here. Yes, you are right. We have only 4 minutes to go. Very quickly, we wrap up. Sulayman, I want to push forward, but we are running out of time.
Yes.
And I want to thank you very much for coming on the brunch.
Yes.
And of course, to all your people, the Baddibu people watching you in Salekenye, that we will come there and harvest all those rice you were talking about and take them to Kia. Your final word.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham, for bringing me here. Now, Parliament recently, you know, I know because of the time.
We'll come to that.
Yes, we'll come to that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Another edition.
Another edition. Yes.
Okay, all right. So I thank you very much because you make me, or you bring me closer to my people. And I think this is what we all need in the country.
Yeah.
Journalists, they are the fourth arm of the government. I believe so. So they are very crucial.
Thank you for that.
And we need to recognize them. Politicians should not see them as enemies. We are not at that.
You are still swiping. Taking a swipe at the NPP.
Yeah, no. We shouldn't be at that. What I'm saying is not about NPP. It's not about Barrow now. It's about all of us. Because sometimes you see, even at our political rallies, how journalists are bullied. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So and sometimes we see how you know, journalists also quickly write certain things. They don't establish the fact. But with time,
that's what Barrow said. These people have done. Right?
No, I believe with time they will also learn. You know, because it's not easy. It's a process, and we need to strengthen our media institutions to make sure that those who are interested. Let us not only sit, you know, Facebook, you know, journalists. You just see it in the Facebook. Or, no, let's go and do research, you know, and see how our country is moving. Because if the country fails, you also have to face.
There will be no news.
So I thank our viewers and our listeners, and I thank Brunch, you know, for this initiative, because it's bringing controversial people like Sidi Jai, Abulai Sise should be here.
You call Sidi controversial?
Sidi is very controversial. You know. And Fabakari, when are you going to bring me and Fabakar Tombonjata here?
Fabakar is a big boss. So
but bring him here.
Serve him for
we need him because
I will need only him.
No, I want to be with him.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Saho. We will be back with more Brunch.
Bye.
Next week. Anak baru ko.
Nena lonteng binabat.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.
Planning to have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond? Worry no more, because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Karaba Avenue and Brusubi Highway, or you can call us on 7657-479-980-8483, 340-9400, or 635-9906.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Brusubi opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited, or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051, or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
I get it.
Mbijan aganyadi.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. What's Nsila ID soto.
That's sorry. I get it.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Mbare.
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbari ya bere. Birin koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolon blabe ko.
56 branches mola soto Gambia ja.
Ha?
Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta même na kodi to poto ni kodi maraw. jannom number 1 ti nyonta andum fana nata another enterprise sotale wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi ma nin domorol dil fana be teata gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je
wo moyo diat
apelenta
ni wo ka ni na lafta nyelen kendol e bina
yalo bu kanila ko la baraka ba
yalo ndel ciosano lo
baraka